I'm glad you're here. Let me just fix the screen. There we go. Sorry for my absence. I was supposed to come back on Saturday, and I didn't realize that I had to go to the Renaissance Fair. I had a booth there, and I paid a year ago, but I didn't realize it was my weekend, and I had to rush over there. And as it was, I was late that Friday. So as it stands, I'm so sorry. I couldn't contact you guys either because there was really no signal out in Larkspur, Colorado, where I was at. I had terrible signal. So it was terrible. Like I could make phone calls, but getting online and streaming or, anything with YouTube was just impossible. So please forgive my absence. That's what was going on. But I am back. So the Renaissance Fair was fun. I want to go back. I think I have another weekend next month. I have to double check. But, it was an experience. And, you get to dress up like an old traditional tarot reader. And I had to dress up my stand with black cloths and purples and, the whole thing. I couldn't get the accent down, though. But I guess I'm just not much for the accent. But, at least I had fun, and I did what I came to do. I did some good readings. I had a lot of skeptics that thought, oh, it's just fun. The Renaissance is just fun. Fun and games, and just try it out. Like, I don't even think it's real. And they were blown away at how real it was, blown away. So it was really interesting. All right. So let's get into your reading. We're going to do a Divine Masculine and just kind of see what's going on in the Divine Masculine's life right now, what's kind of happening. And we're just going to see what it's all about. Hey, Doja. Okay. Spirit Guide, direct me for the Divine Masculine energy. Show me. What is this masculine's energy right now in regards to my viewer? Wow. Currently, right now, your Divine Masculine is extremely attracted to you. Thinking about sexual thoughts. Okay? It's all about desire, sex, and passion. That's kind of where your masculine's mind is at in regards to you right now. I'm sorry, but at least they're being creative and they're thinking about getting in touch with you. They definitely want to reach out. Okay? And I do feel like this was coming back to what they already felt at one time. Bottom of the deck, the overall underall energy for your masculine today is the Star, which is hope, Aquarian energy. And it's just feeling like things can change, things can get better. There's positivity aligned with that and a lot of optimism. There's also looking towards the future, that the future, there's something there. There's hope between you and your masculine. And someday, they're hoping that you guys can come together again. Your masculine is currently working on who they are as a person, as a father, or as a husband, or as a lover, or just as a spiritual person, as an individual. And what do they have to add to a family? What do they have to offer? you know? They're really thinking about, what do I have to bring to a family? What kind of a family person am I? Now, this person could be a woman in a masculine energy, and we're going to give you that as well because it's very possible. But they're really thinking about, what do they bring to the table? What do they bring home? And putting a roof over their head, honestly, is probably one of the most important things. So putting a roof over their head, taking care of their needs, Maslow's needs, security, food, things of that nature. I would say in their work life, they're just trying to find balance. They're trying to just make it. They do know this is their own karma. It is their own choice. And dare I say, they're seeing the number 555 on the clock pretty often. Libra energy, this person serves other people, so they're in service of others. Saturn, this person may work in a service department or literally just work under someone. This person is an employee. This person also serves, and it could be food, it could be customer service, it could be car service, it could be whatever, but this person works kind of on the lower scale of the economy and just kind of works in sales, goods and trades, and acts of service in the community. So this person tries to find balance at work and just trying to keep their head above water, just like, hey, I'm not trying to get attention, but I'm not trying to be disrespected either. So just kind of staying out of the way, not in the limelight at all, but definitely appreciated, if that makes sense. And so this person, should have probably worked in the government field. I feel like that might have been a good dream of theirs. They would have been really good in the military or the police force or the fire department or in some kind of government kind of service, maybe even in politics. But this person was kind of better suited for doing that kind of work than what they're doing right now. And so those thoughts cross their mind. It crosses their mind that, am I in the right work field? Am I doing the right thing in life? What is my path? What is my destiny? When it comes to friends, family, connections like siblings, and when it comes to things that they know they're good at, their gifts, if you will, their talents, they're very harsh and critical. They're very harsh and critical with their family members and their friends. And maybe they receive a lot of criticism from them as well. Their friends and family may be very critical. But when it comes to things that they have ideas about, they shoot it down fairly quickly. They tell themselves it's not good enough. No one's going to like it. And I will say they're afraid to put themselves out there. This person has a little bit of a timid energy and is like, I don't really want to be seen. Not by a whole bunch of people. So there's a lot of nervousness. But it's strange because what Destiny is trying to do to inspire your DM is giving them a lot of ideas and thoughts. Just a lot of ideas. They're supposed to have a fresh start and a clean cut and a change in life. And I know they really want a fresh new start. This is a fresh new job, a fresh new circle of friends, a second chance perhaps with their family members that maybe rubbed them the wrong way or they rubbed them the wrong way, however it went. But it's also clear communication, and it's, I want to be honest. This is the sword of truth, but it is a double-edged sword, and it says you get what you give. Whatever you put out there, you're going to gain back. What are you putting out? And so your masculine is thinking, I need to put something else out there because I'm really not getting the results that I really wanted. They're very smart and very intelligent. They're quick. They're sharp. The way they communicate is like, you could tell that they're just one of those smart people that you can't get something past them. They pick up on sarcasm really quickly, and this person is probably very sarcastic themselves. This is a card of mental energy, and it signifies new beginnings, exciting challenges. There's a lot of willpower, there's a lot of strength and determination and focus. There's a lot of potential for your person to be successful because they have such great focus. But man, they struggle with being so harsh and difficult and rubbing people the wrong way. They kind of kill the opportunities they're given. It cuts through the barriers that would hold them back if they could only utilize that kind of information and knowledge wisely. If they're too rash and they're too quick and, you know, trigger happy to make decisions, it could harm themselves and let's just say sabotage any new beginnings that they're given. They're supposed to sharpen their mind and tap into their mental potential, and they're supposed to have clarity. But they always shoot themselves in the foot. I'm going to be honest. That's a lot of their biggest issues, is quick decisions that are not the best decisions, and they're way too smart for that. I see it. This person has some very strong Libra energy, and their sun could be in the 2nd or the 3rd house. I do see it. Maybe even the 9th house or the 10th. That's where their sun could be. I have a very strong potential. A lot of drive and desire, and they want to be seen to an extent, but not completely. The sun kind of likes to be hidden in those areas, except for the 10th. But this person has the potential to be the boss, but doesn't want that kind of responsibility. All right, when it comes to family, and that's their children, their wife, or their husband, their immediate family. If they're single, maybe just themselves and their pets, okay? I feel like this person loves to be at home, and this is that person's throne, you know? But there's a lot of disrespect at home. This person works in service, you know, and so they would like to come home and be the king of the castle, because this person is busy serving others, you know, growing another person's business, serving other people on a daily basis, meeting others and saying, what would you like? What do you need? What sounds good? You know, and so they're busy serving. This is a Libra or Saturn kind of trait. And I feel this person has a strong gift in the art of like home renovation, cooking, children. Okay, this person has a lot of gifts in the home world, like the home sector, landscaping, you know, things of that nature. Just, they're very good with their hands, and they're very creative in the art of, you know, home. And so that's their strength, but they're not respected at home. And so we've got this 6 of Pentacles energy, which is karmic, but it's also you get what you give. What do you put into your family? And what are you going to get back? Remember, this person's very harsh. They speak and communicate in a very harsh way. This masculine is honest to a fault and harsh and insensitive. I would say that this person has a lot of tendencies to be insensitive to your feelings, and maybe even the feelings of their children or others, but they just feel like, you know, that's the best policy to be real, in a sense. For whatever reason, maybe they grew up this way. Maybe it was just, you know, how they grew, but when it comes to the home life, this person only gets 50-50. And it's like they don't get all the respect. They're not king of the castle. They're not welcomed home like, oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're home. We all love you. You know, let's rub your feet and hug you and kiss you. And like, oh, welcome, welcome. No, it's just more like everyone's busy doing their thing. And this person just walks in like any other day and just kind of throws their hat, you know, wherever it is. And, you know, showers, takes out the dogs, takes out the trash. You know, just not, it's like I said, it's not the king of the castle in some sense. And this person kind of surveys their kingdom, surveys their home, and it's like, this isn't enough. It's not enough. Something's lacking, something's missing. I don't have enough time at home, or I don't have enough things that I would like at home, or I'm not satisfied with my home. Maybe they're renting, maybe it's shared with other people. I don't know, but it's like I'm not satisfied with the environment. And there's just also, I'm getting help, a lot more help than I should. So this person may be getting financial help from their partner or parents or some other form. It's like, you know, I always need help. I always have my hand out. I'm always in need. And I work so hard. I work so many hours, Six of Pentacles. And this person's a giver. They would give the shirt off the back. Their food that they have on their plate, they would give it. They would give it to someone they think that could need it or use it more. So this is a giver, you know? But why are they so harsh? It's very confusing. And to be honest, they really need to find some balance in life because it's very uneven. And this is one of their biggest struggles. Maybe they work too much and live life too little, or vice versa. Maybe they're out living life way too much and they're working very little. But there does need to be a good, healthy balance. We're going to get to the good stuff now. You're going to like this one. When it comes to their sex life, their physical needs, their passions, their desires, and their lust. When it comes to that, there's some obvious challenges. They have a real hard time getting their needs met. They have a ferocious sexual appetite. It's not met. Either they don't have a partner, or the partner that they have does not deliver, or they're at a very far distance from a partner. Whatever it is, they've got some real issues. If it's a male, perhaps they have an impotence issue. You know, if it's a female, perhaps they just, they lack opportunity. Their desires are really high, but the opportunity for more, it just doesn't present itself. I don't know, but these are some severe challenges. And it's a real struggle. And, you know, to be honest, they're unsatisfied and unhappy when it comes to their life, that other part, you know, the passion. And again, fives. Look at this, 5, 5, 5. As I said, they might be seeing this on the clock. They have a lot of challenges karmically, some real struggles. God knows they've had patience. Their career's not going where it's destined, and they're striving so hard, and it's like maybe they're putting more time and energy into their career than they are into their love life. But there's so many challenges, so much conflict. They feel defeated in that kind of area. This is a significant learning, and they're being challenged on how they handle themselves intimately like this. And what kind of a balance do they have in life? Maybe they've suffered with severe addictions in the past. The need for being sensitive and wanting someone to be sensitive and affectionate with them is strong. There's a real need for compassion and sensitivity and the feminine touch. You know, this battle can be won. They can have their intimacy and their love, but it's important that they have to evaluate the cost and the pain that they've caused in both parties when it comes to intimacy. They have to deposit emotional energy to get physical energy out. And this person lacks the ability or the know-how, or should I just say the discipline, to give their partner the emotional needs that they want so they can deliver the intimacy. This person is very demanding of sexual energy with very little effort to pull it out of. There's a huge lack of an investment. And this has to be good for both parties, not just him. Sometimes it's best to surrender and just walk away and say, forget it. Have it. I don't want it. You know? And he or she feels like this is the best revenge. Fine. You don't want to be intimate? I won't be intimate. And I won't look for it. And I won't ask for it. And I won't initiate it. And that's that. It's a negative energy and it's become a part of your masculine. It's toxic. And you know what? They're being tested. They're being tested at, are they even willing to put in the emotional gifts that their partner deserves to receive from them. And this is their own punishment. Again, they're shooting themselves in their own foot, punishing themselves. They would have such a better love life if they would put time and energy into it, and not so much unbalanced energy into work or other things. So they really struggle with balance. Again, we're always coming back to that with this masculine. So in relationships, in marriage, let's get to the good stuff. We have the Chariot. This is going forward in a relationship, forward and onward. It's like the relationship keeps going and going and going and going. I'm feeling very Energizer Bunny, even though there's so much drama. So their relationship, fortunately for them, right, it keeps adding on the years, another anniversary, another year of this, another year of that. It just keeps going and going. And there's so many issues behind the scenes. People wonder, well, how is this relationship still existing? You know, this is a major arcana. It's a spiritual triumph. It may even be karmic. The power of this masculine soul is pushing them and nudging them forward down this journey. And it's a path that they're supposed to be on. But it has to be carefully thought out. And when they tap into this guidance, they have to remember the sword. There's a lot of hard work and perseverance to make a relationship last. But this person is manifesting a triumphant outcome. It's a single-minded and focused kind of goal. They're visualizing the success of this relationship. So in essence, they're manifesting the success of this marriage or this relationship or this connection. And they're like, I'm going to see it to the end. I'm going to see it to the light at the end of the tunnel, the hope. Now is not the time to let go. They've got their oars and they're trudging along here. This is the Triumph card, and it reminds them that they don't have to be alone in life, that you're right there. And there's a lot of challenges that they're going to face, but as long as you and them can face these challenges together, we can push through even all these problems. This is the time for them to tap into their powerful knowledge and use their inner resources. They're not super careful, to be honest. I do believe with a whole heart that you and them have a future. I do believe that you and them have hope and that you guys can be successful in a relationship. I do see it in the cards. There is a lot of problems. They spend a lot more time focused on money and personal success, and they're a little bit more selfish when it comes to sexual gratification. This needs to be balanced, and that's a real problem. Okay? But you guys are moving forward. I'll tell you one thing, karmically, they are getting dealt with. Karmically, the eyes of justice from the universe is causing them a lot of lessons and downfalls. I think at an inner level, they know. They definitely know that they're reaping what they've sown. I think they definitely know their struggles financially and in relationships and in the intimate department. Even in business and career, it's like it's a real problem. And they know it's because of what they've put into life. But when it comes to the relationship, when it comes to the marriage, when it comes to their connection with you, I see it going forward year after year. Maybe this is the song that never ends. Somehow, you guys are going to get over these problems somehow. There's something to do with faith and hope, and somehow the vision for the future is stronger than the problems. Moving into what are they going to gain from this relationship? What is their karma? You guys are catapulting them forward like a boomerang, or not like a boomerang, a slingshot, sorry. You're going to accelerate their life quickly. Very soon, something is coming to an end, okay? There's a death of the problems, I feel, and we're going to move forward. There is this finale. There is this hot, fiery, quick confrontation that catapults this forward into honesty, into truth, into destiny, into the path that was laid out at birth. Can I just say, whatever problems you guys have been having, you're going to get back on track. Back on track. That's really what I'm hearing in this reading. Your masculine is getting back on track. In about 2 months, you're going to see a huge shift and a huge change in their actions towards you. You're going to start to see that they're actually making some efforts where they weren't making efforts before. And I know a lot of you guys are going to say, well, Steph, why do I got to wait 2 months? That's ridiculous. Listen, I don't know. Okay, that's what the cards are saying. All right, 2 months. But this card represents speed, flight, swift movement, hope, again, passion, and above all, endings to delays. Okay, that is this card. Above all, endings to delays. And we have that going on with the Chariot. So we are moving, okay? We're going to take movement forward in this relationship. They're getting back on track. They're rapidly going to be heading towards the direction of their goals and their desires. And luck, I believe, overall, underall, luck is going to play a part in all of this, but as well as fate and destiny. You're going to witness the manifestation being realized. And this was all the visualization for so long. They're going to be wise. Sagittarius energy there. Now, moving on into their 9th house. This is the house of a higher knowing, higher knowledge, life learned lessons, realizations to their efforts, their determination. These are the results. This is the universe going to bless them for their efforts? Is there going to be something good that's going to come out of everything that they've done? And I feel with the throat chakra, which is about sound and words that you speak, affirmations, communication, psychic energy as well, and inner hearing, you know. What they speak will become things. Be cautious of what they speak and what you speak, because what you speak into existence will become things. And that's the biggest message. How often do you praise your partner or praise your relationship? Because if you are constantly putting it down, that's what you're going to get, you know? So this is, be mindful of how you use your words and how you speak, and live your truth. And if something is not your truth, if you don't resonate with your reality, I need you to speak a different reality, because your words actually become things. Okay? And so that's the most important message for your DM too, is watching their mouth, and definitely trying to speak more positive about you and them and the journey and their life. When it comes to career, they are suffering in silence. They feel like they're all alone. They have to do everything by themselves. That they're the only ones that know what they're doing. Virgo vibes, hermit vibes. What do Virgos participate in? Like I said, military, acts of service, serving others, animals even, and food, health, the health field, doctors, nurses, things of that nature, but also a lot of cooks, cleaners, builders. Again, people that work with their hands. Hard work. And this person feels that they suffer. And no one knows how much they hold back and hold in at their work. Are they happy in their career? I think they do what they love, but I don't think they love where they do it. You know, it's like being a psychologist in someone's practice and loving your clients and loving everything that you do there, but it's somebody else's practice. It's not your own, and you don't get to pick your own hours, and you don't get to have your own office, and you know, you have to abide by that practice's rules. You don't get to make your own. Or it's like being a cook, and a very good cook, and you make that restaurant what it is. People come from miles around to get a taste of your food. They love it. And they think the restaurant is so good and so great. And they remember the restaurant name, but they don't remember the cook's name. You know what I mean? They don't know the cook's name. There's, again, no recognition there. Maybe some of them do, but those are the consistent people. You know, everyone else, it's not like it's advertised. And so this cook is, you know, building that restaurant's reputation and that restaurant's name with their work, but they're quiet. They're in the background. They're in silence. No one knows who is so awesome behind the scenes, you know, in the kitchen or creating all this. And it's like, if they weren't there, that business would go down. It would go under. Like, they're the only reason that business is doing well. They're the only reason that restaurant is thriving and people are coming in with reservations. And it's like, does the restaurant appreciate this person? Do they acknowledge them? Do they give them a raise? Do they honor them with a paid vacation? Probably not. And, you know, there's this, I'm suffering quietly in silence. No one knows my pain. No one knows my shame. No one knows the things I have to swallow. It's very difficult. Again, this is their karma. It's kind of their path and their destiny and how they were supposed to walk in this life. So one more time, before I leave off from that moment, this divine masculine, it is written in the stars and in their cards that they are supposed to suffer for a certain amount of time, career-wise, until they learn to speak up for themselves, Ace of Swords, and cut out their mundane, usual schedule that they're so used to. This person hates change. So it's like to cut everything and make it brand new and change it, very stressful. So they just kind of like to keep things the way it is. It's just a level of comfort, and that's going to keep them suffering until they learn to speak up. And speaking up and speaking their truth and being authentic is one of the biggest karmic lessons this divine masculine has to learn. Moving on into the house of luck, another house of luck, but also a house of gains. And what are they supposed to be getting from all this hard work? What is their reward at the end of the day? We have spiritual strength. You know, karmically, they're supposed to be a spiritual person of faith. They're supposed to believe in the secret, the law of attraction, the law of assumption. They're supposed to believe that affirmations create things. They're supposed to depend on a higher power, a spiritual strength. That's what this is. This person may have grown up Hindu or Buddhist or, you know, some other kind of religion. And they've been tested. Their faith has been tested. Their faith is always tested. What do they believe in? They do believe in a higher power. They do have faith in God, but they do feel like God, source, creator, has let them down in some sense as well. And that hurts them. They feel a little bit, how do you say, let down, disappointed by their obstacles and challenges. You know, it's hard for them to overcome this, and it's been so difficult to get through their challenges, but it's not impossible. They struggle with seeing the bigger picture, but they tend to get caught up in their life and stay paused and stuck, and they lack clarity where they should have it. They're supposed to observe. They're supposed to learn and grow and move forward, you know, and that's what's happening with relationships. You're pushing them to move forward, but you're pushing them out of their comfort zone. You know, this card, spiritual strength, comes in as encouragement and to remind them that they do have what it takes on the inside to achieve what they want, to achieve what they're working on. But it represents courage and discipline, and they may be tired and weary from their struggle. But now is not the time to give up. They still need to have faith and tap into their spiritual wisdom, their guidance, their inner knowledge, their intuition, you know, and it's that final push to achieve a wonderful life. And if they could just have a little more hope, a little more faith, it would get them through so much quicker. They have to remember they're wiser and stronger because of their hardships at work and in life and in career and everything, and marriage, family, friends. The enlightenment they've gained through a very difficult life is a valuable resource. And instead of feeling like, God, I've been kicked down while I'm down, like I'm being kicked while I'm down, and life has been so difficult for me, and even the small pleasures in life, like intimacy, I have obstacles with, and nothing's easy, and it's very disappointing for them. And somehow their karma is to teach them to always have faith. Like Job, I guess, with God. He was favored by God, and then he had his village pillaged, everything stolen, all of his possessions, even his children were kidnapped and murdered or raped, and his wife was hurt and harmed, and he had nothing. He didn't even have his children, and that was the perfect time for him to just curse the stars, curse God, and say, I've done everything in my life to praise you, to serve you, to put you on a pedestal. And this is the things that I get. You can't even protect me. You can't even send your angels to help me. You hurt me. You allow me to be hurt, and you allow me to suffer, And instead of shaking his hand at the stars and saying, how dare you? How dare you? It's the betrayal, right? It's how he should have felt. Instead, he got very close to God and said, I love you even through the storm. I love you through my darkness. I'm still going to praise you. I'm still going to worship you. I'm still going to know that you're everything, and this is just fleeting. This is just passing. And I know that this life, even my family and children, are not everything, that you, Spirit Source Creator, the afterlife, that is my eternity. This is all temporary here. And that spiritual strength and wisdom is what empowered Job. And you know what? He got blessed 10 times more than he ever had for having faith in the storm. And it's about keeping your eyes on God, keeping your eyes on Creator, Spirit, Source, focusing on your goals, not your failures, not where things have completely, let's just say, fumbled. Don't keep your eyes on that. Keep your eyes on what you really want, what you're speaking into existence. This masculine is learning it's not what life has been, it's what life can be. And it's believing in possibilities with a little bit of change. And we're going to be going into the finale and the endings and the long, hard lessons. And this is the final test, and it's choose wisely. And it represents that, what are we laying to rest? And what are we waking up? What are we going to do with ourselves now? And this is about getting on the right track, choosing the right path. Again, it's trusting your intuition. It's going the right direction. It's following where you know you should go. It's a watery energy, very 7 of Cups, so it's like there's a lot of cups in front of you. There's a lot of men or women to choose from. There's a lot of relationships. There's a lot of jobs. There's a lot of states to choose to live, or countries to choose to live. There's a lot of faiths to choose to believe in. Choose wisely. What is your true path? Because you can get fooled. There's fool's gold in some of these chalices. There's trickery and fakery behind some of those doors. Not every door leads to prosperity. So there's a final test that's coming up, and this is going to be in July. So I expect a decision, a life-changing moment, a pivotal change in direction. 7/7. This is going to be happening in July, possibly even July 7th. But look at this, 7/7 and number 17, 777. Something very dramatic and life-changing is going to happen next month. This is going to be one of the biggest decisions they've ever had to make. And I'm going to find out, where is their decision guiding towards them. That didn't make any sense. Where's the decision guiding towards them? I don't know why I said that. Where is their inner guidance guiding them towards what decision? That's what I meant to say. Excuse me for that. So, this card comes forth when they have, again, a vision and a goal. And this is for the goal of the future, okay? To achieve what it is they really want. There's scattered energies. There's confusion. There's a lot of opportunities. But not all of them are going to be the right one. And this card reminds them that even though there's so many different choices and options in front of them, all the influence and power that their friends and other people have in front of them, in reality, they're the ones in control. They're the ones that are going to pay for their decisions. And it's really going to be them taking the time to think and analyze very carefully about all the possibilities, including you. You are an option. You are a chalice. You are a choice. I know it doesn't feel good to be told that, but you are a choice. And there's a lot of pressure. And a focused, wise decision is going to far outweigh one made out of emotion or desperation. And I'm going to wrap this up with telling you one of the biggest mistakes your divine masculine has ever been faced with in a consistent karmic battle is making decisions out of fear and emotion very quick, very fast, and not thinking about the long-term damage. This is a very stubborn individual. Aquarius is one of the fixed signs. And it's I don't budge. When I make up my mind about someone or something, I don't like to change. But one of the biggest lessons for the fixed signs is to change, is to see a different point of view. They will be hung up with the hanged man at one point or another. You know, we have a very, very, very stubborn masculine. And for whatever reason, they've made these decisions and stuck with it and chose to suffer. Things are changing. And I predict very much that July is a huge decision-making month. And I predict that in 2 months, they could very well even be moving with the Chariot and the Eight of Wands into a new direction and a new place, alone. Now, this could be an apartment, this could be a house, this could be a new state, a new country, a new job, but there's going to be the taking of things and moving them with them to another location, okay? Even if it's metaphorical, emotional baggage, they're going to be taking things away from a situation and moving into a new place, a new physical place or a spiritual place, but they're going to be moving, okay? Things are moving forward. Now let's see what's going on with this choose wisely decision. Let's take a look. Lessons. Did they learn their lesson? Did they learn it? Choose wisely. Did you learn from your lessons? There's going to be a loss. They're contemplating, I know I need to change. I know I need to bring forth a loss to have a gain. That's one of the biggest things they're going to be faced with is I have to let go of something and lose something to gain something. Of course. But they're thinking, what is that going to be? Big dreams, big decisions. They're going to have to lose a third party. They're going to lose a third party, and it's going to cause them a lot of grief. But they know they need to do it. They need to drop a third party, whoever this is. They're being guided on the inner hermit journey. They're soul searching I know I need to let go of this. And it's always been in divine timing. Now, how does this third party feel? Let's take a look. How does this third party feel, Spirit? Guide and direct me. I can use an oracle. How does this third party feel involved in this connection that the masculine needs to drop? Or how does the masculine feel about dropping this third party to make forth a new life? We have sanctuary in the reverse and piercing the mist in reverse as well, piercing the mist. So we're going to see what is the overall energy about the grief with this third party. Obviously, with sanctuary in reverse, there's a loss of security. And there's a loss of comfort. And that's a real problem, isn't it? But that's what fate says. A sanctuary can easily become a cocoon and a suffocating, even stale, old energy. And under these conditions, when we enter it, we don't reflect impartially. Instead, we retreat, we hide, reflecting only on negative thoughts and conditions that have driven us here. They need to surround themselves with memories and tokens of the past that keep them stuck, to just be there. But don't permit them to become a prison of meaningless material objects. Stuff, my friends. Stuff. The masculine hates to put down the third-party connection because of physical stuff. This could be chairs, beds, TVs, couches, recreational vehicles, the actual house. Tokens and little memories of the past also. Could be a tattoo. Lots of pictures, photographs, videos, dogs, cats, appliances, vehicles, rings. Maybe it's a myriad of things, but that is one of the most difficult things for them, is to leave behind so much, and it's an attachment. And Spirit says, again, have you released your lessons? Have you unattached yourself from this stuff that you want to hang on to, these pictures, these photographs, these tattoos, these memories, this house? You know, I have a friend actually, and he's been divorced, my friends, for like, oh my God, how many years? It's been at least 10 years since he's been divorced. Maybe more than that. It could be like 13 years. Maybe even 15. Listen, it's been a long time. It's been over a decade. And do you know he still has the same bed, the same couch and love seat and table set that he had when he was married? And if you don't believe that items in the home can carry energy, honey, you are so wrong. You've never felt a haunting. You've never felt a ghost in the home. Like, not literally, but just the ghost of someone lurking and lingering in your stuff, clothing, pictures, things. And I always recommend this. And as you guys know, I specialize in feng shui and vastu. If you ever want to use me, utilize me as a tool to look at a video of your home and help you clear some negative energy, please call me. I've got it listed there on my website. You're welcome to utilize that to help manifest wealth and relationships. It's a lot more than just gemstones and bracelets, my friends. It's a lot to do with your vision board, and your home is your 3D vision board. So aside from that, if you have old photos that you still want to keep, like maybe of children, change the frame. if you're married with someone and you had little children and you did a family photo, or just the kids took that picture, and it reminds you of, I had this picture put up over the fireplace at our old house, and it's still in the same frame, and you move and you put it up and you're always reminded of that old house and that old, relationship. The best advice is to put a whole new picture frame around that picture. Take away the memory of what was and change it. Okay? That's my biggest advice with pictures that you really can't get rid of because they're your parents or your children, but they still remind you of your ex or something. So listen, that's just an example, but your divine masculine really struggles on letting go of these things. And there's going to have to be some changes. And leaving the house may be the biggest, most difficult decision for this person to do, is to get up, pack their boxes, pack their things, and literally move away from this house that they've been so comfortable in for so many years. It could be in July they have a decision to move to a different place of employment, or maybe start their own business. And boy, is it hard to leave that comfort zone, that sanctuary that they've been so comfortable with. It's even scary. You know what's really calling your masculine is also leaving their bed, their sheets, their comforters, perhaps their dining room set, their dining room table, things they bought together with their partner. They've got to leave behind. It's also leaving behind metaphorical belief systems. Leaving behind a time frame when maybe the kids are young, now they're grown. Whatever this is, in July, there's going to be a huge shift. I think they feel it, and I think they know that it's coming. I do think they have a psychic ability. I do feel that they are intuitive as a person, and they sense the upcoming ending, the upcoming grief. And what is this? This is Ketu, the south node of the moon. Their karma is creeping up on them in July. They may have some karma with Ketu in the sign of Cancerian or Gemini, even Leo. Those three signs may be very karmic for them. And let me tell you, right around this time frame, Ketu is saying we're going to make a big cut. Huge. It's going to change your life. You're going to leave this place of business, or you're going to leave this relationship, or you're going to leave this family, or you're going to leave this religion, beliefs, and you're going to leave it. You're going to need to make those cuts because you learned your lessons and you know it's not serving you. You're going to have to leave behind 50, maybe even 60, 80% of your items at this place. You're going to have to leave it, and you're going to have to go. It's also a sense of time. You're going to lose and you're going to leave 8 years of your life behind with this relationship, or, 15 years, whatever this is, job, whatever, you're going to leave it. Anyways, that's what's happening. Ketu and Rahu are activated. The north and south node of the moon is activated in July for this divine masculine. And you're going to watch them make a huge decision, life-changing. Now, the overall underall energy that's crossing them is piercing the mist. Again, in reverse for whatever reason. And this is, see how the pine trees standing, stones, and even the candle flames all reach towards the sun? Well, in reverse, they struggle. They can't reach the sun. And they're cleaving to a path through the mist. Similarly, in times of grief, the only way out is to push ahead. Press on, oh my God, chills. Press onwards and resist the temptation to linger. Listen, resist the temptation to linger or meander in the fog of loss. I got chills. This summed up the entire reading. They're struggling to find the hope and the beauty in a new life. They're struggling to let go of all of this. They have grief literally written right here in black and white in a card. They are going to be grief stricken. This card says in the ending, you're going to realize that it's going to be grief. It's going to be hard, but you can't linger in this. You can't stay here. You got to have hope that you're going to move on and push forward. The 8 of Wands is accelerated motion, and the Chariot also speaks of accelerated motion. So they're going to have to move forward. This whole reading, they're moving out of stagnation. Get ready. You're going to see some very big changes in your masculine. It's written in the cards. Okay. All right. So let's get a message from them, and we're going to close this reading. And then I am going to see how many minutes I'm on. Okay. I'm going to give away free readings because I didn't do it on Saturday. Because I had to go to the Renaissance Fair. I had a booth and I completely forgot, guys. I applied for a booth for the Renaissance Fair a year ago and was reminded late Friday that I had the booth, and I was late and I had to rush over there. So I'm so sorry I couldn't reach you. Again, in Larkspur, Colorado, the streaming, the YouTube, I couldn't get on it, okay? I couldn't get on Facebook. I could make calls, but I couldn't reach you guys. So I'm so sorry. So I missed you on Saturday, my apologies, but I'm doing it today to make up for it. So I'm going to give 6 of you guys free readings. So I'm just going to pick your name from the crowd here in the chat, and I'll let you know who I pick. Also, I'm going to do another video right after this one for my, I can't think today, my members, the people that have memberships on my website. You guys are going to get your 1111 as well. So you guys are going to get one. All right. And that, I gave Doja one on Friday. And I think I gave Eat Me one, if I remember. But I still have Cherie, Angeline, Ariana, Chrissy, and Ellen. I think Linda as well. But if you are a new member that I've missed this weekend, if you guys just became a new member, let me know. I haven't checked. And I'll be happy to do yours as well. So let's get into what your divine masculine actually wants to tell you right now from their heart of hearts, if they could speak to you. Yeah, I'm going to do it right after this, Ellen. If you guys want, I could give you, I guess we could all do it in one video as well. I could do the members here as well. We can do that. Since you're already here, Okay, so let's get in. What does your masculine want to say from their heart of hearts? Turning heads and feeling good. I'm being distant so you won't see the truth. I'm crying so much over what I'm going through right now. If you only knew the pain that I'm going through, you would be surprised. The karmic that I'm with, the third party, is finding out the truth about me. I'm trying to keep my head up. I'm trying to be positive through all of this with the star. I already left so much of my past behind me. It's not going to hurt me too much to leave it. I will leave it. I've left it before. But I'm just hurting because I hate going through this again. I do want to talk to you. I want to call you and touch base. The Tower moment is hitting my life, and I know is about to hit my life. There's going to be some sudden changes and some shocking events for me. There's a major shift, and there's going to be some universal help coming my way, thank God. But it is going to be a karmic hell. And I know that my third-party relationship is over. Good news is on the way, my love. I never thought I would miss you like this. So good news, guys. They're getting out of a third-party situation. Whatever's been stagnant and stuck, it's not going to be a problem. They are making a huge decision come July. A move is ahead. Summer, see, it's the, and you know, July is the height of summer. July is 6 months in to the year. It is literally the middle and the height of summer, and that's what's happening. Another omen, another sign that I am leaving a situation in July. I will be available. We had single energy with the silence, suffering, and silence. They are going to be single and available at that time, and they are going to be reaching out to you. Messenger, tweet. Yep. They're going to reach out to you. It's that third party that's been the interference. Let's get another message from them. What else do you want to tell my collective divine masculine? What else do you want to say? I want you right here, right now. Where are you? So they're going to be ready. They're going to be on for you. Please don't give up on me. Okay? I promise I'm coming back soon. I'm sorry for making your life uncomfortable with my in and out behavior through all these years. I want you to know that I have dreamt about you almost every night. And let me tell you, I hate waking up knowing it's not real. This connection between you and I has been divinely guided. I know it. I just need to trust my intuition on it. See, that's what your masculine really wants to say from their heart of hearts. Spirit, what do you see in the destiny of these two? What is destiny holding? What does destiny and fate want to say about your connection? Love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person, and you are deserving of more beautiful, wonderful things that life has to offer, okay? So don't get into this negative mindset where you deserve crap. You deserve things. And this might be where their head has been, quote unquote, that they just deserve bad karma. But Spirit says, nope, love who you are and know that no matter your path, you deserve good and loving and wonderful things in your life. And the next one is turn on your heart light. Allow yourself in this moment, in this reading, reflect on a time where you and him or you and her experienced being in love. Turn on your heart. Open it up. Be receiving. That's what this is all about. Be receiving of the love that's coming your way. Don't shut it out. Don't be negative. Don't say it's to this. It's always that. It's all, you know, get those words and thoughts out of your mind. Let's be positive. We have a lot of hope and faith in this connection. All right, that concludes your Divine Masculine reading. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I hope that you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would love to read for you sometime. I'm going to be choosing 6 people today to give you a free reading. So you're very welcome. It's absolutely free. I'm just going to be seeing who stands out to me in the comments. Whoever kind of stands out, I'm going for it. I just want to be called whatever spirit guides me to and calls me to. I'm just going to gravitate towards that. There's no one I have in mind. It's just where I feel I need to be. Okay, so 6 people. After that, I'm going to be doing the members that are live with me. If you have a question, please get it ready. It's free for my members. You guys get your 1111 Oracle for free because I missed you guys on Saturday. I had to be at the Renaissance. So thank you so much for waiting. And just have your question ready and I'll give you an Oracle. If you have further questions, if you're a member and you want to have additional cards, instead of charging you guys $15 per card, I will only charge my members $10 per extra card for you guys to get more questions answered. Okay, so if you have extras, just let me know. And you guys know you can pay through Cash App or the donation. All right. All right. And for anyone else that wants to add on an extra card, if you got a free reading or you just want to guarantee a reading, you can pay through Cash App, and it's $15 a question or a card, if you will. and you get the bottom of the deck for free. All right. So, Ellen, I would love to do the 100 Club right now, but I'm not. And the reason being, as soon as I advertise that I have a long DM reading, 6 free readings, member 1111s, and then I throw in the 100 Club, it becomes a cluster FUCK of a reading. And then everybody that has a 100 Club is going to want one. And the reason I won't do the 100 Club questions is because those are a lot longer than just a card. Okay, so 100 Club is a wonderful club, guys. I'll encourage you to do it. It's a lot of cards. I just pull out like a full-fledged reading like I just did. And it's super cheap. It adds up to being $10 a reading. So the 100 Club is well worth it. You can all purchase the 100 Club separately. It's on my website. It's for $100. You get 10 questions over the course of however long you want it to last. And I do full-fledged readings. And you get 10 of them. So you can ask 1 question or 2 or 3 questions, you know, but it depletes your account for what you have as far as questions in the future. So be wise with your questions. And I am going to do the 100 Clubbers. This week would be a great week to do it, but those are going to be very long, extended readings. And I want to make sure you all have time and dedication towards your question as far as being a 100 Club member. So I will advertise on the thumbnail 100 Club readings. And everyone who's part of that 100 Club is going to get their questions answered, full-fledged readings. If you want to get the 100 Club membership, all you have to do is go to jks1111.com and be a member of the 100 Club. You can purchase it separately. Also, it's free if you want to be a member. So being a member on my website gives you the 100 Club membership access free. And it also gives you a bunch of free readings, free stuff. So it gives you a total of 6 free questions. It gives you the Celtic Cross in the middle of the month, the 1111 Oracle at the beginning, and the $44 bonus extra long reading at the end of the month. And it also gives you discounts in the shop, free classes, astrology and tarot. It gives you a free 30-minute reading privately just to become a member. And also the exclusive perk of being invited to private lives, which we're going to start very soon. You also get free spell work. I do conduct spells for self, of course, but for clients. Magical, candle magic kind of things. Affirmations, sigils, things like that. Sigils, excuse me. Anyways, I do spell work. So those come for free when I do my candle rituals, my candle magic for people that are a member. So if you are encouraged to be a member, if you feel called and you want a bunch of perks, please consider being a member on my website. I could definitely use your guys' support at this time. Business is growing. It's great. I'm growing more locally. I'm doing a lot more different things with my business. I could use your support. And if you want to do that, if you want to give, if you're a giver, the one that gives gathers, please, I will not forget you. Please be a member on my website. I love you all very much, and thank you so much for all your support. Oh, you had a dream. I was forced to heal people spiritually. The last person I had to heal, their demon almost got transferred to me, but I pulled through. KB, $5. Thank you so much for your donation. I'm going to give you a free reading because obviously you caught my eye. So you caught my eye earlier, KB, and I'm going to give you a free. What is it you want to know if you're still here? And excuse my nails, everybody. I know it looks terrible, but I've been doing gardening, and not only that, my son had his birthday party this weekend, and I spray painted his cupcakes black. And this cupcake spray has not left my fingers for days. So if you guys are like, God, Stephanie's got some dirty fingernails, it's food coloring, and it's just in the cracks, and I really, you know, I gotta soak it, I guess, really well and get the black food coloring spray paint out of my fingers. So that being said, KB, are you here, honey? If not, I can skip over to the next person. Let's see who else wants a free reading. Sergio, Erica, I can do a free reading for you. Divorce, I'm just not happy in marriage. I really need to get a read with you, Steph, 100% really whirlwind. Okay, well, Sergio, let me go ahead and give you a reading right now for free. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, and there's KB. Oh, plus the Celtic Swan, so you're in a good mood. Thank you, KB. Can you guys let KB know that her read is for free? And I think she might be a little delayed, but let her know that I'm here to do a reading for her. I'm going to do Sergio first, and we're going to get on with it. So Sergio, let's take a look. What is it you want to know? You feel alive after all the years. Aww. Oh, you feel the love after all the years. Well, thank you. And I'm sure that your person loves you. You feel the love with your husband or ex, should I say, after all these years. Is that what you're meaning? Okay. Sorry, I was trying to pick up on that comment. So, you still feel the love between your connection after all the years. And you're going through a divorce. Doja, you can't see me? Well, you can't see my hands? Uh-oh, is my camera's stuck. Let me see if I can fix it. There. Okay, I think we're back. Is that better, everybody? I don't know what happened. It just got stuck there for a second. Okay. So, Sergio, let's get in. You mentioned 5 years prior and now. Okay. 5. So do you want to know how he's feeling, what he's thinking, what your future holds? Like, what is the point of this reading? What is it you want to know? Let's see. Oh, I didn't switch to podcast mode. I don't know what happened. It just did that. All right, so we're just going to see. Okay, you trust me. So let's go ahead and see what is holding space between you and your love. What is holding space? And how does he really feel? So bottom of the deck with him, he's going through a lot of karma, conflict, and defeat, much like our general reading that we did today for everybody. So he's feeling that 5 of Swords, where there's a victory, but it's really a loss, you know? And overall, under all, that's what you're feeling, that you're going in the wrong direction. Yep, just like our reading earlier. So we have contemplation, the karmic partner, understanding, and communication. You had obviously a very deep karma with this individual. This had to happen. Choose wisely, just like our reading earlier today. Accelerated motion, just like our reading. And positive movement forward, very much like the Chariot. 88. Look at that. 88 may be a very prominent number for you and him. We have 8 weeks. We have 8 years. We have the energy of going in a new direction, okay? You guys had to understand your karma and what you taught each other in this connection. He is going to communicate with you. You are going to be communicating with this person on the regular, you know. He is going to reach back out and communicate, but honestly, I feel like he's moving on. I feel like you both know in your heart of hearts, this was a karmic soulmate. You had unfinished business that you had to complete in this life. You did, and you love him so much, and I know he loves you, but this had to be dealt with. And I know that it's a win that you completed your karma, but it also just feels like a huge loss because you lost this person that you love so much. But that was all part of the magic that was written in the stars. It was part of fate. He's in a lot of mental conflict, Two of Swords. You know, you're both in this mental conflict, on the fence, and just like, am I doing the right thing? But you know deep down at a soul level, this is the right thing. It just kind of, our time is up. Contemplation. We were here for a season of our lives. It wasn't forever. And understanding that is the hardship. And it's, I don't want to let you go. I love you. But this is the beginning of the end, the fall. And I think by fall time, this will be said and done. This lingering kind of feeling in the air, it will end come September, October, November energy time. It's just going to be that. You're going to have this separation. And I know that's the fear. The fear is the separation. But we need to contemplate and pause and think, what have I learned and where am I going? There's something else that lies ahead for me, divine feminine energy. You as a divine feminine have something splendid, something grand, very temperance, the sun, the light at the end of the tunnel. There's new life. There's new things to gather, new things to gain. And letting go of the old and the familiar. Letting go of all of this, your comfort, you know, your sanctuary is going to be the painful part. And especially hard for the kids and hard for you. This is a family we're letting go. But this is a family that's going to transform into something new, a new form of a new type of family. It's going to be a metamorphosis. And you're going to get a chance to refocus on yourself. You are going into a period of isolation and singleness. I think that's the hardest part of all. For you doing this journey on your own. On your own. And that's the part of the journey that you're going to be going down. That you are going to be experiencing a good while of loneliness. But that's for self-discovery. It's for personal healing, courage and strength and wisdom. And this is where you're going to find yourself. The brand new you, the brand new mother, the brand new woman, the brand new spiritual soul walking alone. You've came, you've seen, you've saw, you know, you've done the family, you've done the marriage, you've done all of this, and now it's a whole new part of life. But this is written in the stars. This is where you are headed. The separation needs to happen. Now, what is it he wants to tell you in his heart of hearts as your karmic soulmate? Blocked water energy. He's turning off his love. You probably feel that. I cut them off, ending relationships. You're feeling a coldness. And what he's saying is, I had to block so much between us because it was too emotional. And if we were super connected, I wouldn't be able to go. I had to disconnect emotionally so I could go because it was time. It was divine time. So you're going to notice that he starts shutting off that emotion quickly. I dream about you almost every night, and he will continue to dream about you. He's going to hate waking up without you. You guys are still going to be spiritually connected at a soul level. I just want to make love to you somewhere safe and warm and tell you all my secrets and all my dreams and fall asleep with you again in my arms, but I know that that's kind of a dream. And I think that is the dream. The dream that he's going to be having is being intimate with you and communicating with you openly. That's going to be in his dreams. And again, it's just a dream. He's going to wake up and that's not going to be the reality. He will always forgive the mistakes you've made. But he does hope you forgive him for the mistakes he's made. Now, he's constantly battling himself about this relationship. And just know that it's hard. It's hard for him to shut it down. It's hard for him to be in the separation. It's very hard. It is a battle. You know, but this is the ending of the battle. This is, we have to stop. We have to stop this karmic cycle. And that means, even though I love you and you love me and we reincarnated together to fulfill some of our karmas, this is the time that you're alone and I'm alone. This is the time where we're going to go through feeling abandoned, but that's part of the karmic contract. We're going to find ourselves in this abandonment. And what does Spirit want to tell you about this lesson in connection? You have new love will be coming for you. Embrace this new opportunity of love that's here, new love for yourself. This may pertain to work or spiritual growth, but it could also be just a new love for you, and that's what I'm feeling. You deserve new love. There's too much that went on, and it's hard to let go of what was, but something new and better is coming along. This may seem like a painful ending, and it is, but it's also a beautiful new beginning. And you're going to have happiness and joy again in a new way. And this is what needs to be let go of. Let's get the oracle. What does Spirit want to give you with new love? The energy of receiving. Something you haven't received before will come to you. Be open to receiving goodness. Believe you are worthy of abundance. A gift is coming to you soon. So you're going to also get in touch with your psychic gifts. All right? You're going to be doing something spiritual as far as career or just on your path. You're going to be diving into your deep spirituality now that you're setting aside a relationship. You're going to be diving into the gift of who you are and what your gifts are. And you're going to find a new excitement and a new love and a new passion, a new zest for your spiritual powers, your abilities to connect with others. I think you're going to dive into the esoteric, the spiritual world, healing, divine powers, destiny, astrology, things like that. I think you're just going to really immerse yourself into all of this, and you're going to have the time, and you're going to do a lot of healing, of course, on yourself, but you're also going to give to others because you're going to be gifted. No one receives the gift of insight to just keep it to themselves. You've gone through the lesson of partnership. Now you're going to go through the lessons and the experiences of independence and solitude. The rebirth of yourself. So the key to unlocking your greatest abundance is your ability to receive. the greatest sense of your worthiness, the greater your capacity to accept gifts and blessings to the universe wishes to give you, sorry. There are many gifts waiting to come your way, even right now. But any guilt or shame or unworthiness or not readiness in your system is going to act like a force field. And you're not going to get your prosperity. Yes, it is good to practice and to think positively, to be grateful and send out desires to the universe and say affirmations. However, these tools can only be effective if they are supported by a strong belief and a sense that you deserve good things. This enchantress and the unicorn hold up a crystal sphere containing all of your heart's desires. They are telling you that all of these gifts come from flowing into your reality to heal your inner wounds and release limiting beliefs that block your ability to receive. They invite you to see yourself through the eyes of the divine as lovable and worthy. And doing so is going to open up the floodgates of abundance. These are gifts and blessings beyond your wildest dreams, just waiting to surprise you and delight you. There is nothing special you need to do in order to be worthy of them. Just believe that you are. All right, so you've not been getting the love you deserve. Okay, you've not been getting physical touch, physical appreciation. You've not been getting those things. And now it's time for you to receive them. And it's going to start with you giving it to yourself. And now you're really going to have the time. What Spirit's kind of telling me intuitively is you've been so giving to your relationship. You've been pretty much a sacrificial lamb to the family and to the marriage. Your needs have always come last. Your wants, your desires last, which is what mothers and wives do. But there's another part of you, this beautiful feminine energy, this divine feminine, that wants to give to self, and it's not selfish. It's not selfish. It's good and it's healthy and you deserve it. And so Spirit says you deserve pampering. You deserve the essence of beauty. You deserve lavish, luxurious things. You deserve to be spoiled. You deserve these things, and you're going to get to do that for yourself. Okay? So I feel like there's a lot of abundance and good things coming your way, and it's going to feel like you're spoiled because this is all the time you've deserved, but you didn't get. And the karmic lesson is to give to you. And the karmic lesson is you are worthy of it. You're so busy loving and giving and healing others. It's very hard for you to receive. I'm also hearing something else that's coming to my mind. See if it resonates. You give lots and lots of advice, but it's very hard for you to take advice, or maybe take your own advice. That comes to my mind. We do that a lot. We have so much knowledge and wisdom and gifts to share. But very seldom do we listen to our own advice or the advice of someone else wise. So take it, receive it, and be open to it. That's what's coming. All right. And that is your reading, girl. I'm sorry for what you're going through. You'll book a read? Oh, I would love you to book a read. Please book one today. I would love to get you on the schedule, and let's do it. Some good news. I want to be able to have a way for you guys to reach me. if you have an appointment. So I'm going to be putting on a new cell phone number for you guys, for my clients, where you can text me and remind me of things that maybe I've forgotten, or just reach out to me quickly. So as long as you guys are booking with me from here out in the future, I will be giving you that new number, and you can contact me so much easier. Okay? All right. Well, thank you so much, Sergio. Let's get into KB. Are you here? Hey there. Okay. So do we have a question? And then I get to pick out 4 more people to get free readings. Yeah, a lot of skeptical people at the Renaissance, guys. I did some readings, and it was very revealing. This one lady was shocked at the details that came out. You know, it was a new beginning, a new place to live, the ending of a relationship, her rejecting a relationship, her coming into some money from an inheritance, which would be the home that they're selling, her doing her own healing, and as far as her personal health, what she was doing with that, her son coming through as far as being a strong particular zodiac sign kind of following her, seeking her throughout life. I said, there's this person that's constantly kind of coming towards you. She was shocked, and definitely a believer after that. And then I had another person come in that it was more of a future telling. I felt the cards weren't giving her right now energy as much as it was giving her what's going to come up in about 8 weeks. And she was surprised. So she's going to contact me and let me know what happens in her 8 weeks. But a lot of surprises in those readings for those people. And yeah, I turned some skeptics into some believers because the cards never fail. Well, she has my business card, so we'll see if she reaches back out. But they're definitely believers now. Twin flame stuff? Okay. All right, let's see what's going on. See what's going on with your person's thoughts and feelings towards you. I'm sorry for risked. I'm sorry if. Okay, I can't talk. I'm sorry I risked losing your love. The truth is, I've been afraid of this twin flame love, and I've been afraid of the pain that could come from it too. I'm so afraid, again, of changing. Notice how you get these Rhema words, these duplicates, these afraid, okay? So we definitely have fear behind your twin flame. A lot of fear of abandonment and rejection, not being enough. Your twin flame has lied to you. He's very sorry. All right. I'll always be here to keep you safe. I don't think he intends on disappearing from your life. He's always going to be there in some form or fashion. Your twin flame has tried to move on with other people that are not in this twin flame journey, but he cannot forget about you. There's this beautiful twin flame connection that keeps connecting the dots, bringing you together, divine timing, divine union. Coming across one another again, thinking of your name, seeing things that remind him of you, a lot of synchronicities. He just can't detach, pull away, or move on. This connection's too big, it's too deep, and he's sorry that pulling away and doing other things in his life has risked your guys' connection as a whole. But the truth is, he's just afraid of being a new person. This journey is calling him to be a new person. He's working on a lot of inner child hidden issues that he needs to release. So his history, his past, his growing up, he needs to go into a new direction, much more spiritual, much more twin flamey, out into the fifth dimension with you. So he knows that he's had these spiritual awakenings, but he's lied and kind of pretended he hasn't. He's been settling throughout life, settling for what's just not good enough. Okay, settling in relationships, settling at jobs, settling for spiritual beliefs that are basic. You know, he knows it's not everything. He's been wearing a mask and he's been pretending to be someone he's not. And he's really given you a lot of doubts that he's ever going to change. His fear runs him. A lot of moon energy for him. A lot of lip service, promises he'd never kept. His family did that to him growing up, though. Saying farewell to you, that it's over, that it's done. He never really meant it. It was just a death and an ending he had to go through with you to find more of himself, to discover truth. You are in the spotlight. You've always had his attention. You've always been his main thought, his main person, the main important one in his story. He knows you don't always know that. You don't always feel that way. But that is the truth in his story. And that's why you can't get rid of each other. It's a constant coming back. Divine timing, divine meetings. This is true love, love potion. It's enamored. There's a deep connection between the both of you that can't be shaken. It won't be shaken. It won't be turned away. The sun, you are his sun. You are his happiness. There's bright futures, bright prospects between you and him. First, there's going to be a lot of quarrels, a lot of drama, a lot of Five of Swords, a lot of conflict. There's going to be many times that you think he has the upper hand, but it's actually you. And there's going to be a lot you guys are going to learn throughout this twin flame journey about standing up for yourself, sticking up for your beliefs, your desires, your wants, fighting for yourself. And your truth is probably the hardest thing on this journey. He's very driven towards you and passionate towards you. He is going to come rushing back. Fire energy, which is a fire time frame, I feel. So during an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius season, he is going to come towards you during those time frames. You guys are going to get over your problems of the past. There is a future where we're going to get over the fights. We're going to get over the separations, the dramas, the rejections, the misunderstandings. We are going to get over all these karmas, and we are going to find each other again. Lover's card energy number 6. We are going to turn our boat over water. We're going to get out of troubled waters and go into calmer waters. Page of Cups, I am going to ask for forgiveness. And there is good news for you and I in the future. We are going to have a coming together with the sun. The Magician, he is manifesting this. You're manifesting this. You can never truly get over one another. Again, there's this, I've tried, but I definitely can't. You know me better than anyone because you can see my truth. But that scares the SHIT out of me. Please let me back in when I come back. I'll die if I lose you forever. So there is this, I can't be without you. Not permanently. I can be separated. I can have distance. We can have breaks. But I can't be in this world without you permanently. So I do expect a comeback between you and this person. A lot of what keeps you guys separate right now is the fear of what this is, the fear of what it means. There's a lot of little discoveries that he needs to find about his spiritual growth, spiritual powers. This separation is only temporary. This distance is temporary. He is going to be going in a new direction. If he is in a karmic connection, I see it ending. Probably July or August. It will be ending. And then he will be fast and furious forward back towards you. Knight of Wands. There's a lot of Sag energy here between you guys, which is the long, lonely path. And it requires a lot of patience and a lot of hope and positivity and a lot of forgiveness. And that's really what you guys are learning from one another, is patience and forgiveness, longevity and the long path. You guys are learning that energy, and you're learning how to be forever young. With the inner child and the sun card, I do feel like there is this forever young kind of feeling. And you're teaching one another to get in touch with that inner child and to feel what you guys felt as an inner child, and just believe that anything is possible, that healing and forgiveness and all the different possibilities in the realm of possibilities are yours. And the Magician says, have faith and believe and align with that element, because it's ultimately up to you. It's up to your choice. But he's just being very fake right now. I expect a big change from him. I talked about temperance. There's patience. Have patience. Again, that looks like a child here. So the inner child needs to come out of this person. So he's not letting the inner child come out because there's an inner child wounding. But once he heals from that inner child, oh, look at that, 3 swords. Could be a third party. It's a bonus energy here. Broken heart, third party, jealousy, frustration, deception. You know, that's the big problem in many, many relationships. This is what's hidden. This is what needs to be healed. We all got to heal these broken hearts. And look at that. That's even broken, it looks like. But he's paying attention to his broken heart now. So a lot of changes to come. We're going to be going in a new direction, girl. So get ready for that. All right, and that's what you have. Let's see who else is going to get a free reading. Doll, it's been a while since you've been here. I'd like to give you a free reading. KB, we were childhood friends and classmates at a point, separated about 13-ish. Wow, that's crazy. So a lot of that child energy certainly came out in the reading. He's got a lot of healing to do. Just have patience. Doll, what is your question, honey? You're welcome. Let's get your questions answered. What is it you want to know? Yeah, but KB, expect a comeback, 6 of Swords. A reunion after these hard times, okay? Just have patience. You're suffering from pain for my love. Twin flame, oh. Let's see where you're going in this. What will the result ultimately? Okay. So I've got 3 more people to give free readings to, so stick around and stick out in the chat, and I'll be choosing 3 more people. Expect to have some peace. You guys are having so many challenges. It's fate. He loves you. It's a lot of love coming your way. He really desires you. There's a lot of restlessness between the both of you. Both of you really want this connection to work out, but there's so many other factors that get involved and disrupt your whole connection. There's a lot of balance that needs to be created in your own lives. And I know that's your focus, and his focus is to find that balance and to be able to give to one another while you give to your own lives. But there is somebody else, I do feel, that's been in the way. I feel it's been a fire sign. This could be a father, it could be an ex, it could be someone that's just put themselves into their life and not budging. But this King of Wands energy, male or female, doesn't matter, has placed themselves into a seat of authority and is a big, loud presence. Hear me, see me, know I'm here. And there's a lot of stubborn energy that goes along with him. So that's what really comes at you guys as an attack, Eight of Wands. This big other person that's just bigger than life here, kind of in the way of everything. But both of you really want your connection to work out, you know, but this is here. I feel that there is a giving to you and a giving to this person. And one gets more than the other. Oh, he's married and his mother is an Aries. Well, I guess that's a lot of the Eight of Wands, huh? Wow, and there's definitely, yeah, that third party, that person in between you guys here. Ultimately, I see that he's going to be giving this up. But I do want to clarify exactly what's going to be given up here with the Ten of Wands in reverse. You know, there's that energy of, I know I need to let it go, but I've been refusing to let it go. I know it's a problem, but I'm saying it's not a problem. And I keep saying I can handle it, but I really can't handle it. It's too much. Oh, and there's the family and the numbing. That's the problem. And family could be the wife, the mother, could be all of them involved, but that's, I know it's not good. And I've tried to numb myself to that, says him, and act like that's not the problem, but it is. Or I've just tried to ignore the problem and hope that maybe it will just solve itself, like it's just going to work itself out by itself. It doesn't need me to make a decision or a move. You know, that it's just going to present itself like, hey, I'm over now. We're done. You didn't have to do anything. And there's a lot of materialism that attaches him to this family situation. Again, more than anything, he wants to be with you and make this work. But the problem here and the outcome, Ten of Wands in the reverse, is definitely curious for me, because it really talks about a burden that's too much to bear and something has to give, but don't let it be your health or your mental well-being. It's okay to ask for help, and it's probably necessary even right now, but you don't need to feel guilty of doing something just for you and what's important to you. And I feel like his guilt is what he feels is abandoning his position, his promises, his throne, where his family needs him, if you will. It's like, if I leave that behind, I am therefore abandoning my post. And there's a lot of guilt there. Why is it so selfish to want to feel love? Why is it so evil as a human race to think, I thought I loved somebody, I got married, I had a life, I was making it work, and then I met you. And my life changed, and I felt things I didn't feel before, and I felt alive, and I felt in love, and I felt seen, and I felt accepted, and I felt needed, and I felt wanted, and it feels good, and I want that. But I have these traditions, or I have these promises, or this reputation, or these things that I've accumulated. And why do we beat ourselves up for wanting something different? Or even, why do we beat ourselves up by saying, you know what, I made a choice, I made a decision, I thought it was the right decision for me. I really did, but it wasn't. I made a mistake. What's wrong with making a mistake? You know, what's wrong with saying, hey, I did this thing, and I was going to go for it, but look at it now, I failed. What's wrong with embracing that we failed? We failed miserably, made bad decisions, and you know what? That's okay. But I do feel that, you know, him and people as a human race, God, we sure beat ourselves up and make ourselves go through unnecessary hell to kind of save face, save reputation, and not look like an ASS. Why does it matter what we look like? Every single human I've ever known has failed at something, and probably something very, very big. But they want to present themselves as if they didn't. And it's a suffocating energy. You know, I have these neighbors that I really like, and they're strong religious people, and I haven't really told them what I do. You know, they're church-going people, very sweet, very nice, and they really like me, and they like my kid, you know. But I see them suffocating under expectations of family and friends and religion and who they should be. And I see the wife really kind of wanting to step out into her spirituality, but holding back because she's married and he's not. And I see him not stepping out into his authenticity and things that he really wants to do because of religion as well. And I just see them kind of suffocating, not in the marriage. I think they're in love, but they're not super open with one another. They're not real and raw. Like, they could really use some rejuvenating relationship bonding. I would love to coach them as a couple and just help them fall more madly, deeply in love with one another, away from expectations of what they should be. They would be a beautiful couple. They are a beautiful couple, but they could be more, you know, and it's these barriers, these restrictions, and it's the guilt. I don't know, I'm just bringing that up because I saw family, and I just kind of feel, doll, for your person, there's a lot of unrealistic expectations and desires that are heavy and strong, but not being fulfilled. And it's like, I'm settling. And that's really the Six of Pentacles. I'm just settling, and I'm giving to two people, and I know I shouldn't be doing that, and it's really bad, but that's what I'm doing. And then I feel even worse that that's what I'm doing. So there's a lot of guilt and shame tied to your twin flame. Let's get a message of what he might want to say to you about this. Yeah, remorse and regret. Listen, doll, I cry a lot, you know, I hurt so much, more than people know. I regret a lot of the decisions I've made, and I just feel terrible. I feel bad. I have a lot of remorse, and I have a lot of regrets. And there are times that he wants to act like he's not talking to you, to be fully where he's at, but he can't because he still has the attachment to you. And there's many times he wants to drop where he's at to be fully attached to you. And he goes through this back and forth thing, but he chooses to stay where he's at, again, for face value. And look, you got third party there at the bottom. So he's like, I know that there's this other person, and that's a big problem. And he brought in this other person. He's like, I brought her in. I caused this. I did this. It's a responsibility that I need to own up to. And how does he feel about that responsibility, if you will? What is his true feelings behind his decisions of bringing somebody else in? And, you know, really, why did he do that in the first place? I'm sure you already know why, but we're going to look into it either way. He married her after meeting me. Yeah, he made a decision that obviously he's regretful for, but still not doing anything about. But why did he do it is a big question. You got it again. There's a third party involved. Look at that. How many people get double cards like that? Okay. Bottom of the deck, why the distance between us is killing me. Did it seem easier to deal with her? It just seemed easier. Your relationship came with distance and difficulties. That relationship just seemed simpler. I hate when people choose simpler. It didn't require a lot of work. It didn't require much. You know, he thought he could maybe escape his feelings for you, kind of drift away from them and just kind of be there. And the best way I can describe it is like picking a new job and saying, oh, I'm really excited about this job. This is going to work out for me. And then it doesn't. And it's disappointing, and you're embarrassed because you were so gung-ho about it at first. And now everyone's going to be like, I thought you said you knew exactly what you wanted. And you hate to admit, I was wrong. And how does he really feel about you? So the reason why, if you want to know why he picked someone else over you, is your relationship came with some hardships, some trials, some tribulations. He didn't want to do that. It just seemed easier with this other person. That's why. He also didn't like whatever distance you guys had, whatever separation or differences. It could be differences that you guys had. That was a bit much, and that was too much. So he chose this other person. He felt he couldn't overcome that with you. But how does he really feel about you? Strength. The Leo energy, the King of Wands. He doesn't want to let you go. The covenant. He'll never let you go. But there's some kind of coexisting. Your spiritual beliefs are very different. And that sets you guys kind of apart. There is a difference of beliefs. But he still feels bonded to you. He doesn't want to let you go, and he won't. That's how he feels. He feels like you have a spiritual marriage, even though he's got something physical going on. What does the future hold for you guys? Cathedral. The Fool, a leap of faith, ready to take a chance. Wow, there's a new beginning. Have faith in a new beginning. I do think you guys have a new beginning. I want to talk to you, but I'm afraid. eternal love. This is deep. He's going to love you forever. I thought there were plenty more fish in the sea, but there's not. There's only you, my high priestess. There is a future for you and him. He still desires you and wants you. He fights in letting go of this life that he has, but I feel like eventually, 10 of Wands, he is going to let it go. Just know that the reason he picked this person was it just seemed a little bit easier, okay? And he is very numb at home. And he is there for promises and responsibilities, you know? He has strong feelings and desires towards you. That's what I see. All right, I get to pick 3 more people. I'm sorry, doll. You're welcome, doll. You're very welcome. Who else catches my eye that's here? If you're here, say something. Let's see if I can pick you. I got 3 more people I get to pick for free. Ellen, are you here? I'm going to give you a free one. I'll give you a free one, Ellen. Oh, this is additional to your 11/11 oracle that's coming later. This is just additional, but I want to give you a freebie. Thank you, Ellen, for being a member on my website and being a supporter and watching me and being kind and patient and understanding, and I appreciate you. So what do you want answered, honey? Let's get some answers. This doesn't count against your 100 Club either or nothing like that. All right, so my poise said yes to the date, but shortly after went from flirty to no flirt. What happened and what's going on in his mind about the date and suddenly no flirt at all? Let's take a look. Hey, Princess Puff, you will be chosen as well after Ellen. So Princess Puff, and then I have one more person that I get to choose from the crowd. All right, Ellen, so why flirty on the date and now crickets? So bottom of the deck, we have Strength, which is super stubborn, fixed energy Leo, not cooperating with you, trying to control himself, trying to control other people, trying to control his passions, trying to control his feelings. Oh, yeah. Really hitting that control button like, So I don't think he's really going with the flow. You're welcome, Princess Puff. I love you. So flirty, and now crickets. All right, so bottom of the deck, in and out and back and forth. Isn't that what you are used to? You're like, Steph, hallelujah, amen. That's what's going on. Why is he doing this? Why is he in and out, back and forth? He knows it too. He knows that he's giving you mixed signals. He knows that he's all in and then he's all out. So he's pulling you back and forth. And he's doing this because he has to control himself. He's not really letting loose at all. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. He's not even thinking about what he's doing before he's doing it. You actually are his wish fulfillment. You're something he wants and someone he wants. Okay? I see a lot of Leo Aquarius energy, which is soulmate vibes. something very big happening in the 5th and the 11th house, or the Leo and Aquarius energy. But again, this is purposely holding back, trying to control his truest feelings, his truest thoughts. He is trying to maintain himself. He feels there's a need for him to control himself, a need for him not to let loose with you completely. So during the date, we have the 4 of Pentacles. He wanted to give to you. He wanted to share with you. He knew he had to take you on a date or just see you and give you something. Otherwise, you would go. He didn't want you to go. He sensed that you were getting antsy and restless. So he knew he had to give you something to kind of keep you available and at arm's reach. The Hermit. Loneliness is what caused him to be super flirty with you and spend time with you and seek you out. He was also getting more in tune with himself at the time, strong Virgo vibes, getting inside with his own heart, soul searching, some much needed time with you. You're also kind of like a guide, a wise guide to him. He seeks you out for stability. He seeks you out for some kind of gain that gives him comfort, stability. You bring him some sense of reality, you know? You give him that. There we go again, stubborn and flat out wrong. He was so flirty with you because he knew that you're also stubborn in a sense that if he didn't give something to you, you would be willing to walk away. He knows that you have a strong sense of self. He knows that you're smart. He knows that you have a healthy kind of set of boundaries and what you put up with and what you don't. He also knows that you have a lot of patience for people that are finding themselves. You have a lot of belief and faith in people that are on the path of discovery. So he uses that to his advantage, that you're curious about people, you're curious about the psychology with people. You're curious about his path that he's learning and growing on. So he knows that he's going to use that to his advantage and say, hey, I'm growing, I'm learning, this is what's going on with me. And he wants to keep you there and available with him. And he knows he's got to give you this. Again, it keeps coming back to me. I know if I don't give Ellen something, she's going to go. So this is why I'm in and out, back and forth with Ellen. This is why I'm super flirty with her, to keep her interested psychologically and emotionally while I'm still figuring something out. Hermit card. Still on my walk, still on my journey, still going down this path. And this lack of wisdom with choices is making him look like he's being stupid. That he doesn't know where he's going and he doesn't know what he's doing. And to be honest, that is the truth, Ellen. He doesn't know where he's going and he doesn't know what he wants. And he is lost in a sense. He's soul searching and he's lost. But he knows he wants to keep you there while he's figuring it out. I think that's the majority of it. Now, why did he give you crickets though? Why the sudden shift, coldness, and change? So we have the Fool card and the 4 Swords. Silence. Foolish silence. I quit. Sickness, bed illness, needing to take time out, rest and relaxation is needed. A lot of the reason he got different, I feel like he's mentally a little bit unstable. You're coming off across like the psychologist, and he's kind of coming across as the patient. I know that's kind of a weird duo, but I just see that. I see the doctor and the patient, and I see the teacher and the student, and I just see like he's really not stable mentally, and he goes through this very confusing in and out behavior with you because Again, he hasn't figured it out. He's just out here making bonehead decisions, getting quiet with you because he goes through a sudden need of antisocial energy and he cannot communicate and he's not good at communicating. And I feel like he's not really great around people, if that makes sense. He's a little bit more of a loner. So he's not great. And he might even have like a high functioning autism, or he might have, you know, some real mental stuff that went on when he was younger and it still affects him to this day. There's a childishness about him, an immaturity, a lack of emotional maturity, communicative maturity. And so he just kind of does this hot and cold bit. Now, what is another real reason on why he got distant and unflirty with you? The time isn't right for me to reach out. So he constantly feels like the timing's off. The timing's not right. So he runs away. Okay. I quit. The timing's not right. I have to leave. I have to run away. I have to jump ship. Okay. No, no, no. It's just not happening. So in that case, why does he pursue you in the first place, right? If he feels the timing's not right, he's got to shut down. He's very emotionally and communicatively mature. Why does he reach out and flirt with you and want to hang on? What is his real feelings in his heart of hearts as he soul searches? Why does he hang on to Ellen? I wish I could be with you. And there's the Hermit again, Virgo, the inner journey. You teach him so much. Your eye is open. Again, you're the teacher, you're the therapist, you're the saint here. He just sees that you see him and you see things and you're wise. And he's constantly being guided and led to you. Whenever he starts soul searching, whenever he starts digging into who he really is as a person, Spirit somehow guides him towards you. And he's constantly led. So that's why he's pursuing you. Okay, and wherever he's at, he always wishes he could be with you. So he misses you. He goes through this hot and cold back and forth of being disconnected and being okay with that to missing you. And in his intuition, he just knows that he's supposed to be guided to you in some way. He's hurting himself. What does Spirit want to say about this connection? Because he is guided to you for whatever reason. So Spirit, what do you see? Why is there love here at all? Why is there any kind of purpose with the Hermit here at all? We have surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. And then we have reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. You know, the Hermit is all about surrender and reflection, going within, a lonely inner journey. And he must surrender his friends, his comfort, his home, his daily routine to go off in search on a dark, lonely path. So I feel like he's led to you. There's a lot to learn and be had by both of you in this connection. But to answer your question, he just can't let you go because he's led to you. And not only that, he knows at a soul level you guys are connected. So a lot of this is a spiritual connection. So for whatever reason, he just feels at a very core, intuitive level that you're important to him. All right. And as he's soul searching and seeking, He's finding things out about himself. He knows ultimately that the time is just not right now. But he can't let you go permanently. So he kind of backtracks. Now, what does the future hold with you guys? Six of Cups, memories of love, patience, and planning. All right, so that's Seven of Pentacles. This is not a satisfying relationship, but not all is lost. It's worth hanging in there. It's worth going through all the seasons. Seasons of loneliness, seasons of isolation, seasons of togetherness, and then pulling away. There's part of it. There's just so much you need to be patient and waiting for. The timing isn't right. This requires a great more deal of planning. But ultimately, Six of Cups, I feel that you guys are going to reunite and come together and have this connection again. Okay? Because he's going to miss you. You're going to miss him. There is going to be this deep spiritual, I've known you before, we've done this before, we have a soul path together, vibe, 6, lovers energy. So this is a hardship, but if you have the patience for it, it's worth it. You're very special to this person. I'm sure he's very special to you. Look at that, 7 of 7. He hides so many things from you. He's really discovering his truth. This person is going to try your patience because he's foolish, but I do feel there is hope there for the future. Again, the timing's just not right. Okay? So anyways, if you want to know why he's so hot and cold and why he was so flirty and now he's not, he just feels he needs to take breaks and pull away because the timing's off. I guess that's the answer. Okay. You're welcome. Princess Puff, what is your question? You're welcome, Ellen. I hope that answered your questions. And Blooming Rose, you're next after Princess Puff. 1:44 p.m. you messaged me. 44 is one of my favorite numbers, and we're about to come up to 144 minutes very soon. So I choose you, Blooming Rose. But Princess Puff, what is your question? All right, Princess Puff, I'm just going to do random then. We have you dealing with a Libra. You're extremely stressed out about this person. There's been a lot of back and forth, arguments, conflict, and fights. You keep thinking about how good it used to be and why is it this way now? You're not ready to leave this connection. You're not ready to walk away from it. You have a very deep love for this person. They mean so, so much to you. And you're constantly torn back and forth on what you should do with this person. She's posted it. Okay. How should I move forward with him? We are friends, but there are feelings there. Okay. All right. So yeah, you're not ready to walk away. 8 of Cups in reverse. You're wishing you could have what you guys had in the past. 6 of Cups. You're tired of the conflict, the differences of opinions, the bumping of heads. And you think a lot about this 9 of Swords. It's constantly on your mind. What would have, could have, and should have been. What could still be. You know, so there's just so much stress when it comes to that because you would love to have something actually work out. Queen of Cups. Now he's busy thinking in the 5 of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. 4 of Wands. The Star. But he's on the fence, isn't he? 2 of Swords. You're both on the fence. He has abandoned this connection. Why? Because he's been selfish. 9 of Cups. He knows what you guys had. 4 of Wands was beautiful, divine, committed, passionate, attractive, and good. He knows. He knows what y'all had was worth fighting for. But his selfishness, his desires, his ego got in the way of your guys' love connection. Is there still hope? He believes there's still hope. He knows that you still love him. He's well aware. He does feel like he's pushed you too far. He's surprised, actually, that you're still here supportive about this connection. Very surprised. There's still a chance that you guys are going to be able to set your foundation and build a future. Okay, but there are some delays. And he's afraid of, you know, making some changes, and that attributes to the problems. He's probably the one blocking the joyous relationship that you guys could have. You may not have the perfect relationship, the perfect celebration together, but it's not that you guys don't have anything. There's a lot to be grateful for. There's a lot to have with the Star card. He kind of feels like, to be honest, your relationship is not picture perfect. And he was striving for picture perfect. He wanted that ideal relationship. And what you guys had, it just didn't fit ideal. It's different in some way. So how does he really see this connection? 2, again, choices, 2 of Swords. 2 of Pentacles here. Movement, choices, and decisions. It's kind of up in the air. The reason you guys are not together is it's up in the air on his part. He's in a karmic lesson at the moment, and his decisions are super important. You're not going to be here forever. You're not going to stick this out permanently. You're almost at the end of your rope. 9 of Swords, you're not yet at the 10. You do believe there's hope. You know this is a genuine love. Libra and the Queen of Cups. And it's worth fighting for. 5 of Swords. To you, it's worth fighting for. But you're only going to fight for so long, and you're not going to fight by yourself. You want to know that there's mutual. So you're not ready to walk away yet, but you're almost there. He does feel like it's up to him. He's got to make this decision. That's either going to make you guys or break you guys. There is hope with the Star. And he still has desires to make it work with you. But I kind of feel ultimately this is going to be up to him. Because if it were your choice, you'd already be together working on this right now. What does the future hold for you? Trapped in fear, 8 of Swords. So you're stepping down, 9 of Swords to the 8 of Swords. You kind of feel like this is something you can't defeat. You just can't get past a block with him. It's like you want to change his mind. You want him to see you for what you are and what you guys could be. You believe more in you guys than he does. And you're stuck here because he's on the fence. He's neither yes nor no. And you're just like, God, can I ever defeat this state of mind that he has going on? And you're going to be suffering in silence. Again, we have justice, and justice again, Libra energy, balance, the angel of balance. And he comes in to say all is fair. All that's supposed to be will be. When justice comes out in your reading, it means things usually are going to go in your favor. Okay? But you are going to be completely stressed. But Spirit doesn't want him to make a rash decision. He wants it to be with all his heart. He still requires a lot of hard work, and this relationship needs great effort. He has a lot of work to do on himself, and there are some financial concerns with your person that he struggles with. So a lot of the reasons he's not ready to jump into anything as well is it does have something to do financially in his aspect, in his state of mind. The Justice card represents the need for balance and harmony with your inner life and your physical world. And it does talk about some lifestyle adjustments that need to be changed. Are you willing to make some adjustments? The balance card is also shown up to make sure you realize that what you perceive to be happening around you is really an externalization of an inner process or conflict within you. You may be currently experiencing confusion in your own self in this relationship. You may also be experiencing you're not 100% sure that he's 100% the one. So there does need to be this state of balance. Because there's parts of you that know this isn't rational and this isn't logical. So you kind of suffer back and forth with part of you is very emotional and loving and spiritual, and the other part of you is very rational and logical. And you're just like, I'm actually very torn with who am I as a person? What do I want? So just remember that what's coming out in the cards is saying your relationship is a reflection of what's going on with you on the inside. And you're going to have to find some sense of balance within yourself. Trusting your intuition, knowing what you really want. And there's temperance, again, balance. Money restrictions are definitely a big part of the issues here. Maybe if you focus more on a good, healthy balance between career and love, you're going to find peace in this connection. And the same goes for him. He needs to focus on career and love. At the end of the day, Princess Puff, there is still hope. You can still build something with this person. He's got some work to do. You've got some work to do. I think you're both reflecting on each other. Don't let your worries get the best of you. Okay? Don't let it beat you up and eat you up. All right? There is hope, but do find some balance in your own life so your person can find balance in his, because there is a lot of love here, and what needs to be will be. And I think with the 6 Cups, you are going to have a beautiful, happy reunion of sorts. This looks a lot worse than it really is. Princess Puff, this connection is don't let your thoughts get the best of you. You got 2 Nine of Swords. Sometimes we can paint a really ugly picture and it looks so much more worse than it is, but it's not that bad. Okay, so I think this is fixable and doable, and I think you should have hope. There just needs to be some balance and restoration in your lives. And remember that we're reflecting ourselves. He's mirroring parts of you. All right, so now I'm going to do Rose, if she's still here. This is the blooming rose. Blooming Rose, what is your question, love? Princess Puff, you both tend to overthink a lot. All right, well, the message of that reading is don't overthink too much. You're welcome. And Blooming Rose, let's see, question for you. Should I give on what? Should I give on Uthmain? Should I give on what do you? I don't understand the question. Sumo! My dog is just barking outside like a retard over and over again. Oh my God. Long distance and so long I've waited. Give up. Oh, should you give up on him? All right. This is crazy. You should definitely cut ties, have a new beginning, be reborn. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. The crazy thing is, though, once you do, I feel he's coming back. Lover's card, Eight of Wands, positive movement forward. Fertility, which represents a great healing and the birth of something that takes a long time, but it does come to fruition. And then you have recognition and reward. So I feel like there is some kind of Lovers 6 major arcana energy where I do feel this is a soulmate bond, okay? But it requires freedom. It requires the lesson of releasing yourself from one another and then later getting the reward for doing the work, choosing wisely, Seven of Cups, and the universe, the world card. Yeah, so you have to choose wisely to end this for yourself, to love yourself, to have healthy boundaries, to not put yourself on hold, to not sit around and wait around for this person to get it together and come to and realize what they have. There is this freedom of, if you don't see me for who I am and what I have to offer, I don't want to be here. Yeah, I really feel like you have to leave. You have to leave and cut it loose. But I do feel there's this coming back. There's this regrowth. But you have to personally grow as a person first. The Emperor is going to be here. Look at that. The Emperor and the Empress, which is divine masculine and divine feminine, which is Lover's card energy, soulmate vibes, DMDF. Again, we're meant to be. And again, bottom of the deck, breaking free, number 44. And I picked you because why? You messaged me at 1:44 p.m. and we were at 144 minutes when I chose you. And now you got the card number 44. So there's something very powerful and magical that's going to happen with the number 4. Okay, it could be 40 years, 44 years, 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years, whatever it is. But that number is going to be prominent. So you do need to leave this situation and break free. Are you ready to do that? Are you ready to walk away for your own personal well-being, your own health, your own boundaries, your own desires, your own needs? What does the Empress want to tell you? The Devil, don't be stuck and hanging on and unwilling to let go. You are tied and stuck. Lover's card and Devil card are 1/7s. So you are stuck and tied. And you need to stop being stuck and tied. You are not stuck. You are not bound to this individual. You are free. Don't feel like you're stuck. You have to stick up for yourself, 7 of Wands. Fight for what's right for you. You're important. There's some value in you, but you're putting more value in the relationship than yourself. Now, what is the Empress wanting to tell your person in this growth? Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords. The Empress is saying she's going to cut you loose. And you got to wake up, buddy. The Hanged Man. Bottom of the deck, the Tower. You cutting him loose is going to wake him up. You cutting it free, disconnecting your energy is going to be a jolt, like a lightning bolt, and shake this person into the beginning of the wake-up call. This is a rude awakening. He's got to go through something. 7 of Cups, he's way too confused. You got 7 of Cups down here as well. There's way too much, and all that glitters isn't gold. He's busy window shopping. He's out there window shopping, seeing what's better, seeing what's out there, all the while keeping you on hold. Take yourself off display. Get yourself out of the limelight and say, nope, I'm not on display. I am not available. I am not a choice. You don't get to choose from me anymore. I'm removing myself from the situation. I'm removing myself. I'm no longer an option. Are you ready to do that? Are you strong enough to do that? Are you ready? That would be a huge shift and a huge change with the Tower. But you're going to get the recognition and reward you deserve by loving yourself more as the Empress. Self-love, self-care, self-healing. You need all of it. What does this person really feel about you on a heart level? Okay, in his heart of hearts, what does he actually feel? Please let me back in when I come. I'll die if I lose you forever. All right, there you go, from his own mouth. All right, he doesn't want to lose you forever. He's been keeping you at bay in some way. When you take yourself off the table energetically, he's going to feel it because you are divine partners, masculine and feminine. And believe me, when you do, that's going to shift, and that's going to make this person see what needs to be seen. And what lies in the future? Up in smoke, exotic, activation, lover of the night, desire's going to creep up on him, messenger tweet, transformative love, and Casanova sweep you off your feet. When you do pull away, he's going to miss you. He's going to think about you a lot. You're going to be addictive on his mind. He's going to think about the intimacy, the passion, the romance, the sexual energy you guys did share. It's going to haunt him. That's how the universe is going to put pressure on him. The emperor is very influenced by sex. So he's going to be very influenced by this desire for you. He's going to reach out. And believe me, this whole connection is going to transform into something totally different. And what does Spirit see in the future for the both of you? All right, Spirit, what do you see in the future for blooming love? What do you see in the future? I would drop it. Hey, Joe Happy. My baby cat. Hey, Joe baby. Hey, Joe Hap. Hey, Joe. Oh, sweet kitty. All right. You got this one, which is surrender. And it's, if you could do anything, what would it be, Blooming Rose? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. And then you got, look at that, turn on your heart light. Look at that, 2 heart. And this is a heart oracle. It's all about your heart chakra. Allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experienced love. You know what you've not been manifesting, girl? Is feeling like you've been loved in return. It's been a long time since you felt like you were loved and chosen. You walking away with the Empress, who's literally holding her heart chakra, is you turning on your heart light and feeling love again, manifesting and calling love in. This has been shut down and shut off because you've been experiencing rejection and isolation and being unchosen and being pushed away, feeling abandoned, all right, which completely breaks down the heart chakra, and feeling like your love is unrequited, feeling like all you're giving isn't being given at all in return in any sense. So the big message here is, yeah, we're going to go back to a time where we chose ourselves, where we feel loved. So this is you choosing you causes the other person to choose you. I really want you to follow Natalie as the pennies drop, Manifest with Jasmine, and Mel. I can't think of her name right now. She's English, Mel. She's very hardcore. I've shared her videos on my community post. If you want to search my community post, you'll see all these girls. Follow them about manifestation. This is a time for you to follow more mature, wiser women. It doesn't matter about age. It matters about spiritual and emotional maturity. You're going to need to follow some guides that are going to help you manifest love back because you have not been choosing yourself. And that's caused an exterior reality check that you're not chosen because you're not choosing yourself. It is a reflection of the rejection towards yourself. So this is a coming back to you. So as you start to choose you, manifest you, Say things like, I am always chosen, I am wanted, I'm desired, he only wants me, it's always been me. He misses me even now, and he's doing everything he can to get back towards me. He can't stop thinking of me. I'm always chosen, and I always do what's best and right for me. I always honor myself first. I am first. I am important, and I am very, very loved. I'm very, very cherished. I'm just a cherished person. I'm a very important person in people's lives. These kinds of affirmations and beliefs need to be instilled at a heart level. And so, you getting back to a place where you're chosen and loved is going to attract all of this back to you. So anyways, yeah, you're going to be turning your heart light back on. And that's what's happening. Okay? So you're going to be getting back to yourself. And this is, if you could do anything, what would it be? You would love yourself. You would choose yourself. You would not choose to be in this kind of an energy if you had a choice. You wouldn't choose to be rejected. You wouldn't choose to be a choice. None of that. But this is what's going to transform. You can't change him, but you can change yourself. And you're no longer stuck hanging on to someone that isn't trying to hang on to you. You're no longer going to be forced to give, and not be in the energy of receiving. But you are an emperor and an empress. This is a DMDF connection. You have the Lover's card. I do feel it is a soulmate journey. Don't worry about all the judgers. They're all going to say, run, leave, run for the hills. Don't be with this person. He's trash. Listen, that's a lot of insecure people that don't want to work on themselves. The majority of people just want to say, it's the other guy's fault, not my fault. I'm the good one and I deserve more. So I'm going to go off to, somewhere else where somebody else is going to fulfill me. He's not fulfilling me, so I'm going to go off in search of the next one that's going to fulfill me. Don't listen to people like that. The truth is, they do need guides. They need teachers. They need helpers. The people that give advice that they seem the most confident, they seem the most put together, are the ones that give excellent advice but don't choose their own advice. Those are the people that know what they think is best for you, but they really don't know you at a soul level. It's a very superficial, loving advice. It comes from a good place of love and trying to protect others, but sometimes when we try to protect people from harm, we're not allowing them to learn. It's like keeping children indoors because they could scrape their knee, prick their finger, fall down, run into a bully, hear bad words, just stay inside where it's safe. You don't need to go out there. There's nothing but bad things to happen to you. So I'm going to keep you safe at home because I love you. See, that's a form of love. It comes from a place of love and protection, but it's not a healthy love. The people that are really going to love you, Blooming Rose, are going to be honest, and they're going to tell you from a soul level and say, listen, this is your karma. You need to figure this out with this soul. You are bound together. You're here to do lessons together. You're here to learn, love, maybe grow, maybe be together. But there's a lot to do with this individual. There is going to be pain. There's going to be rejection. There's going to be isolation. There's going to be ugly, ugly periods of time between you and this soulmate. But that's part of the journey. It's like telling kids, listen, you're going to go outside and play, and there's some nice kids and there's some There's some not nice ones. They're going to be mean to you. They're going to hurt your feelings. They may even physically harm you. But you're going to be stronger. And you're going to go out there and you're going to ride your bike and you're going to fall and you're going to get a scraped knee and you're going to hurt. And you're going to suffer and you're going to go through periods of time where you wish you could just give up learning how to ride your bike. But when you do learn how to ride your bike, you're going to be so happy you went through all of it because now you're having a great time, going further than you could ever go walking. And you're going to get to enjoy what it feels like on a bike. You know what? The journey is painful, but it's worth it. And the people that really love you are not going to try to protect you from all harm. They're just going to tell you, I'm here for you when you do get hurt. This is your soulmate, and I'm sorry you're putting up with this, but you need to do better things for you. You could still be connected to this individual. You could still love this individual. You could still be in communication when it's good for you. But don't stop loving you and always choose you first and just see what happens. If you meet someone new, great. You meet someone new and you're happy. If this person changes and comes to you in a healed version, because we all change, great. And I hope it works out for you guys. But the people that say they're never going to change, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, People are who they are, believe them when they show you. That's a lot of insecure, underdeveloped souls. I'm just going to keep it real. Very underdeveloped because they're so stuck in their own fear. They just believe to keep themselves safe and the ones they love safe. Let's just advise everyone to stay away from harmful people. But harmful people are our best teachers. And they're the ones that give us our strength and courage. They give us a gift. We shouldn't run from it or hide from it. So yeah, the best thing I can tell you from your reading, Blooming Rose, is you do have a very crazy and painful but divine connection with this individual. There's a lot of growth to be had here. And I'm sorry that you're hurting in the distance and the rejection. We've all been through this. I've gone through this. You will get through this. And you're going to find yourself and you're going to be so happy you did. And I think that once you follow some of these advisors that I've mentioned to you, you're going to be using affirmations and visualizations and self-worth practices, and you're going to be so much better than ever before. This is more than just a transformative journey for your love life. It's a transformative journey for your soul life, and that's important. So don't give up on you. You're going to be strong enough and resilient enough to be the best version of your best self, and I know you're ready for it because you're an empress. So go get it. Pull back, work on your affirmations, choose you. That's the main reading. That's the focus of the reading, is to kind of look away from what's going on in reality, look away from what he's doing and why he's doing it and what's going on, and look inward at you and just focus on that. It's a lot like working in business, not focusing on the competition and how awesome they're doing, but looking more at you and just being better than you were yesterday and focusing on what you have to offer and kind of let the universe work the rest out. Anyways, I love you. This concludes my reading today. Thank you all for watching me. Please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Of course, I'd love to keep you here. This concludes the free readings on Saturday. And yes, Ellen, we can definitely. So I'll see you guys. I'll contact you, Ellen. I'll give you my new number so you can reach out to me. We can do Zoom or Skype or just over the phone. Okay. And for everyone else that wants to schedule with me, I'll be leaving my number for people that schedule via email. And please consider being a new member. I need a lot of new members, guys. I do want to do the 1111s. My throat hurts. It's been 177 minutes. I'm going to take a break. But I am going to come back and I am going to do the 1111s for the members today. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, it's going to be a few hours. I need a break. But I'm going to come back, and if you are a member and you can't make it later, can you just mention it at the bottom of the video in comments, your question, so I can take care of you. Skype, because you need to write because I can't talk. Okay, Ellen, that works. So we'll do Skype. All right, guys, I love you so much. You still have your pending read too. Yeah, and all the new members, you still have your pending 30-minute personals that I still want to give all you guys as well. So I'm going to get my new schedule book and just start scheduling here with you guys, getting that written down and keeping up with your readings. And we'll go forward with it. Okay. Orders need to be sent out as well. So we're going to be doing that. KB, Skype is still around. Yeah, Skype is still around. We could do Zoom too, but Skype is still around. But I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. You just keep swimming. I look forward to seeing some new members. So go to my website, look at all the goodies, the freebies, the presents, the gifts, the joy that you're going to be getting for being a member. It's one of the best purchases you're ever going to make. I promise. So I love you guys, and I'll see you in a little while. My members, get your readings. Okay? I love you guys. Bye-bye.